Alright, guys, I have got to level with you. Iguanas are literally raining from the trees in Florida right now, and no, I am not pulling your leg. It is so freezing down there that these cold-blooded lizards are just stiffening up and nosediving out of the sky. But honestly, that is just the tip of the iceberg with this weather madness. We are talking about a full-blown bomb cyclone. Yeah, scary name, right? Absolutely wrecking the Carolinas as we speak. I mean, we are looking at 12 inches of snow in places that usually get maybe an inch all year, plus wind gusts screaming at 75 miles per hour. That is basically hurricane-level chaos with snow. But check this out. This is the part that blows my mind. Wind chills are plummeting to 0 degrees in northern Florida, 0 degrees in the Sunshine State. Just let that marinate for a second. So, grab your coffee and listen up, because we are about to break down the gritty details, who is in the danger zone, and I have got the forecast for over 80 cities nationwide. Your town is almost certainly on this list. But hey, real quick before we jump in, where are you guys watching from? Smash that comment section with your city, because I am genuinely curious what the view looks like out your window right now. Alright, let's dive in, because this storm is not messing around. Seriously, no joke, here is the scoop. We have got this monster low-pressure system revving up like a chainsaw right off the coast of the Carolinas. This afternoon it was chilling at 1,012 millibars, and by midnight tonight, boom, it drops to 987 millibars. Now, I know, numbers. Boring, right? You are probably asking, what does that mean for my commute? Fair point. So let me translate that into plain English for you. When a storm drops 24 millibars in 24 hours, we weather nerds call it a bomb cyclone. Essentially, it means the atmosphere is throwing a temper tantrum and going completely haywire in a super short window of time. This beast is deepening at a rate of 1 to 2 millibars per hour, which is just bananas by noon tomorrow. This thing packs the same punch as a Category 2 hurricane. I am telling you, we are seeing pressure readings of 974 millibars just offshore of the mid-Atlantic. And get a load of this. By tomorrow night near Nova Scotia, models are spitting out numbers in the 960s that is absolutely unhinged. Okay, the moment of truth. Who is getting the worst of it? Ground zero, the absolute bullseye, is Eastern North Carolina and the Outer Banks. And guys, I am not going to sugarcoat this. If you are out there, it is nasty. We are talking full-on blizzard mode where you can barely see your hand in front of your face. Expect snow totals of 8 to 12 inches, and I wouldn't be shocked if some spots topped a foot. Plus, with 70 to 75 mile per hour gusts, the drifting is going to be wicked. We are talking snow drifts piling up to your waist that is not hype. That is real life here. Let me pull up the hour by hour so you can see the timeline. Right now, the heaviest bands are tearing through the Carolina Piedmont, dropping snow at an inch per hour, which means the roads are getting covered fast. That upper-level energy is about to high-five the coastal low in the next couple of hours, and that is when things go sideways. Once that happens, oh man, the coast is toast, winds crank up, the snow falls harder, and the Outer Banks just turns into a giant white sheet. This mess rages through tonight, peaking from midnight to 3 a.m., pure misery. Then by sunrise, Sunday, around 6, 7, or 8 a.m., the snow finally chills out. But wait, there is a kicker, and you need to hear this. The freeze following this storm is absolutely savage. That Arctic air is going to flood in and park itself over the region, keeping those temperatures dangerously bottomed out. Raleigh folks, you are staring down the barrel of 6 to 10 inches with legitimate blizzard vibes tonight. If you are in Raleigh, what is it looking like out there? I bet it is coming down in buckets or flakes. Rather, Charlotte is getting buried under 5 to 8 inches with temps shivering in the low 20s to mid 30s. Durham and Greensboro, you are in the same boat, 5 to 8 inches with winter storm warnings plastered everywhere. Virginia Beach and Hampton Roads, you guys are right in the splash zone too. Expect 4 to 8 inches and winds that will rattle your windows. Honestly, this might be the biggest snow event coastal Virginia has seen in years, so prepare for the history books. Quick timeout though, I gotta ask, for my friends in the Carolinas and Virginia, are you vibing with this snow or are you totally over it? Drop a snowflake emoji if you are living your best life, or a sun emoji if you are mentally on a beach somewhere. I really want to know the consensus here. No judgment, I promise. Alright, South Carolina, listen up, because you are definitely not getting a hall pass on this one. Columbia is looking at 4 to 6 inches. which is honestly wild for your neck of the woods. And Myrtle Beach is seeing the same 4 to 6 inches with nasty ocean wind. Even Charleston is racking up 2 to 4 inches. And let's be real, for Charleston, that is a headline event. Been a hot minute since you saw snow like that, right? Check this, Savannah, Georgia might even see a dusting. How crazy is that? Meanwhile, the Atlanta metro is grabbing 1 to 3 inches with temps between 28 and 42 degrees. Now, we all know the drill. When Atlanta gets a single snowflake, the whole city hits the pause button. No shade to the ATL. I love you guys. But let's be honest. The city just isn't built for Arctic warfare, you know? Here is where it gets spicy though. Let's talk about the deep freeze, because the snow is just the appetizer. The main course is the bitter cold. Wind chills across the East Coast are going to be single digits or straight up below zero. And remember that Florida fact I dropped earlier? Northern Florida, Jacksonville, Gainesville, Panama City, you are looking at wind chills hitting 0. Orlando, you are seeing single digits above 0 Sunday morning. Tampa Bay, you are shivering in the teens, which is just bizarre for Florida. And yes, even Miami could see wind chills in the mid-20s. So if you booked a flight to South Florida thinking you would be sipping mojitos by the pool, joke is on you, my friend. And that brings it full circle to the iguanas. I told you it was a thing. When it dips below 40 degrees, they go catatonic and lose their grip. They just let go and thud sometimes right on a windshield. Florida Fish and Wildlife actually issued a warning, so heads up, literally. Listen, if you are down in South Florida, do yourself a favor and keep your car away from trees for the next 48 hours. Just a friendly warning. Anyway, let's pivot up to the Northeast, because I know everyone up there is waiting for the verdict. Honestly, it looks like you guys are dodging a bullet this time. The storm pushed just far enough into the ocean that the I-95 corridor is missing the heavy lifting. New York City is looking at a dusting, maybe 2 inches tops. Nothing wild, but brace yourselves, it is going to be blustery and freezing. The mercury will be stuck in the mid-20s to mid-30s, but that wind is going to make it cut right through you. Boston sees a bit more action, 3 to 6 inches possible, mostly toward Cape Cod and the islands. But look, compared to the mess the Carolinas are dealing with, Beantown is getting off easy. Philly and Baltimore are looking at 1 to 3 inches. Just cold, gusty, standard winter misery. C is in the same boat, 1 to 3 inches, with temps hanging in that mid-20s to mid-30s bracket. Newark, Jersey City, maybe a coating to 2 inches. Nothing to lose sleep over. Let's hop over to the Midwest because you guys are dealing with a whole different beast. You have got a clipper system swooping down from Canada dumping some fresh powder. Chicago, you might see an inch of fluff. But here is the kicker. It is going to be bone-chillingly cold. Temps between 15 and 25 degrees with wind chills that belong in the Arctic. Chicago fam, I know you are built different, but seriously, layer up if you step outside. Detroit, Cleveland, Columbus, you are all in that 0 to 2 inch zone with some biting cold. Indianapolis and Fort Wayne, same deal. You might see some flakes, but the headline here is definitely the freeze. Minneapolis and St. Paul, a dusting to an inch with highs only hitting 10 to 20 degrees. Just another day in a Minnesota winter. Milwaukee, Madison, a chance of snow and wind chills that hurt your face. The Twin Cities, the Dakotas, and northern Iowa are basically the bullseye for this clipper. We are talking 1 to 3 inches, blanketing that whole area through Sunday. Now, these clippers typically aren't heavy hitters. I call them nickel and dime events. A little coating here, a dusting there. It is not enough to get you a snow day, but it is plenty to ruin your morning drive. All right, quick pause. How are we doing? We hit the Southeast, Northeast, and Midwest. Let's knock out some other spots. Texas, you folks are shivering through some weird weather too. Let's break it down. Dallas, Fort Worth, Plano, Arlington, you could see a coating to an inch. Temps running low 30s to upper 40s. For Texas, that is basically the Arctic. And hey, snow down there is always a big deal. Houston stays dry, but it is uncomfortably cold. 35 to 50 degrees, maybe some freezing drizzle if you get unlucky. Austin and San Antonio, definitely chilly by Texas standards. Mid-30s to mid-50s, but no snow to worry about. Corpus Christi and the coast, you have actually got freeze warnings, which is wild for that latitude. El Paso is surprisingly the winner in Texas right now. Upper 40s to low 60s. Not too shabby. OKC and Tulsa, it is brisk at 30 to 45 degrees, but at least you are dry. Wichita, Kansas City, Omaha, you are stuck with the bitter cold but not much snow to show for it. Now, let's talk about the West Coast, because it is a totally different vibe. It is like an alternate reality over there. While the East freezes, the West is just chilling. Seriously, LA is sitting at 65 to 75 degrees, blue skies, basically paradise. San Diego, Long Beach, Anaheim, Irvine, upper 50s to mid 70s, just beautiful. San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, a little crisper at 50 to 65, but still gorgeous. Phoenix, Mesa, Tucson, soaking up that desert sun, mid 50s to upper 70s. Vegas is sitting pretty at 52 to 65, perfect for walking the strip or hiding in a casino. Seattle and Portland are doing the typical rainy routine. Temps in the 40s to low 50s. It is boring weather, but hey, at least it isn't a bomb cyclone. Denver and Colorado Springs might catch a dusting to 2 inches. Temps hovering between 25 and 40. And to my crew up in Anchorage, Alaska, it is deep freeze time, 5 to 20 degrees. But let's be real, that is just a Tuesday for you guys. You can handle it. Honolulu, 72 to 80 degrees. Absolute perfection. And nope, I am not jealous. Okay, I am totally jealous. Who am I kidding? All right, let's look at the crystal ball, because February is about to get interesting. This Arctic blast hangs around for the first week, but it will mellow out. There is some milder Pacific air building out west that will eventually drift east. But check this out. This is where I geek out a little bit on the science. The stratospheric polar vortex looks like it might split soon. When that cracks, one piece usually wanders toward Europe or Asia, and the other parks itself right over North America. And that, folks, is how you get express delivery of the coldest air on Earth right to your front porch. There is usually a 2-week lag from when it splits up top to when we feel it down here. So if that happens around February 7th or 8th, we could be shivering big time by mid to late February. I am talking another potential Arctic outbreak stretching all the way to the Gulf. Now, for the snow lovers, here is what is on my radar for February. Week 1, more clippers swooping out of Canada. Just your standard nuisance, snow. But keep your eyes peeled for mid-February, roughly the 15th through the 22nd. The models are hinting at a major winter storm brewing in the heartland. And when I say big, I mean potentially significant snowfall from the plains all the way to the northeast. It is too early to lock in details. I am just reading the tea leaves right now. But if you love snow and you have been bummed out this winter, circle those dates. Could be a bust, could be a blockbuster, but the signal is flashing. And that last week of February looks active for the Ohio Valley and Northeast. Long story short, winter ain't packing its bags yet, not by a long shot. All right, speed round. Let's knock out the cities I missed because I promised over 80. Louisville, Kentucky, 1 to 4 inches, mid-20s to mid-30s. Nashville, 1 to 3 inches. Cold for Music City at 25 to 38 degrees. Memphis is on the bubble with 0 to 2 inches. Temps hovering right at freezing. Cincy and Pittsburgh, 1 to 3 inches apiece. That Ohio Valley chill is setting in. Lexington, similar deal, 1 to 3 inches, temps low 20s to mid 30s. Toledo and Fort Wayne, deep freeze with 0 to 2 inches. St. Louis, a dusting to an inch. Chilly at 22 to 34 degrees. Nothing catastrophic, just winter doing its thing. Albuquerque, cold but dry, 38 to 52. Typical high desert vibes. Sacramento, Fresno, Bakersfield, Stockton, upper 40s to mid 60s. Dry, pleasant, and easy. Riverside, Santa Ana, and Chula Vista are cruising in the sweet spot with temperatures in the upper 50s to low 70s. New Orleans is a bit chillier at 40 to 55 degrees, but at least it is staying dry. And boom, that covers every major metro area on the map. Before I sign off, let's hit the highlight reel because we just threw a ton of information at you. Point 1. If you call the Carolinas or coastal Virginia home, this storm is one for the history books. Seriously, keep the car in the driveway tonight. No trip is worth sliding off the road. Point 2. The freeze is pushing deep into Florida, so you guys aren't off the hook. Wrap those pipes, get the dogs inside, and keep your head on a swivel for frozen iguanas dropping from the trees. I wish I was joking about the lizards. Point 3, the West Coast is totally skipping winter right now, so soak up that sun while you still can. Finally, point 4. February is shaping up to be a wild ride, so keep it locked here for the latest. That wraps it up for today, but honestly, thanks a ton for watching. If you got some value out of this update, go ahead and obliterate that subscribe button. It costs you $0 and helps the channel blow up. Come back tomorrow because I am dropping the ultimate February forecast. We are going to break down exactly what the rest of this winter season has planned for the entire nation. Until then, keep warm, stay safe, and look out for your neighbors. If you are stuck in the thick of this blizzard right now, hang in there. You can handle this, and it will be over soon. Just burrow into the couch, brew some hot chocolate, and try to enjoy the forced vacation. Oh wait, one last thought before I go. To every first responder, nurse, doctor, and line worker battling the elements right now, you guys are absolute legends for keeping the lights on and the people safe. Massive respect for the grind. We definitely don't say that enough. Okay, I am officially out of here. Hit the comments section and tell me what the weather looks like in your neck of the woods. I actually read through them because I want to know how you guys are faring. Take it easy, everyone. Stay toasty, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, and Florida, good luck dodging those lizards.